What's going on, guys? Sean Boyle here, another Momentum weekly video coming at you. In this one, we're going to be talking about how much to charge for drone photography, and we are starting right now. What's going on, guys? If you haven't yet, stop, go to our YouTube channel, click subscribe, and click that little bell too, so you get notifications whenever we post a new video. You will be the first person to know. Thank you so much for the support, and now the video you've been wanting to watch. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how much to charge for drone photography? We actually have a pre-written blog that I'm going to be touching on. Our own Amy Hackett, head editor-in-chief, blog writer extraordinaire, and just put together a wonderful piece of work. So definitely check this out for more of a long-term content piece. But if you're just wondering how much to charge for drone photography, if you guys just came here for a short answer, a rough estimate, you'll have companies that charge a little bit less, a little bit more. We charge roughly $250 an hour, okay? And this is just like an average. It could be just drone photography. It could be drone videography, putting together a whole commercial like we did with Mazda dealership in Philadelphia. So there's a bunch of different things we can do. But in this one, if you stick around for a longer time, I'm going to be talking about 5 distinct sections that kind of work on the pricing and get you a better understanding of how we charge for drone photography. All right. So number 1, the type of listing and location. So guys, if you're familiar with Momentum 360 at all, you know we do virtual tours, but drone photography is also one of our staples. It's tremendous. You have to think, if you are in, let's just say, the commercial space, getting a whole drone picture for video setup is going to be tremendous for you guys. It's going to be great because you can then put that on the website, obviously, put it on your social media, and it's just another content piece to show off. It's another thing to show off of your wonderful building. They say, if you have it, flaunt it, right? So in this case, you definitely need to flaunt it. And give you guys an example. This is a virtual tour. I'm not going to show you this, but Paul VI High School, we actually shot a boatload of virtual tours for them, but we also shot drone photography, okay? So in terms of the pricing, it really depends on where the location is and what we're shooting, okay? So before I played this video, this project for the drone was about $2,000 for like a 90-second drone, whole aerial package production, audio, a boatload of other optimizations that are kind of on the back end, which I'll touch on in a little bit. But yeah, check it out. See, it's nice. The one thing I wish Vimeo would do is if you had like a little timestamp right here, like you do with the YouTubes of the world and a boatload of other content platforms. You can see just a huge school. I mean, this place is ginormous. Nice little football field, track. So it's nice, right? Our one head photographer, Peter Brensman, and he's actually he works in Mercedes-Benz. He's a dealership guy. And then you can see right here, guys, you can hit explore and it goes to the virtual tour. So this, without the virtual tour, just the drone was around $2,000. Okay, so really depends on what we're shooting, but just to give you guys a rough estimate, that's exactly what we chose to price for Paul VI High School. Okay. Next, guys, we're going to be talking about the type of drone and drone costs. Okay, so if you just do a quick Google search, type of drones for real estate, you can see there's a boatload of them. The DJI probably takes the cake. You have the Rise, you have the Phantom, Mavic Mini, Mavic Air 2. There's so many different drones. So it's like, what do you use? For Momentum, all of our photographers that shoot drone have their license. You have to have that. So I would definitely first recommend getting your license. And you can just do a quick Google search on how to do that. I don't know the pricing on that, but Should be pretty easy. But in terms of the drone quality for your clients, it's really going to determine, okay, are you a pro? Do you know exactly what you're doing with the best technology? Or are you kind of just starting off so you don't need the best camera? For me, I want to be the highest quality production at the most reasonable price for our clients. So that being said, I like to invest and I get the best. I get the absolute best on the planet, which in my opinion is the DJI Mavic Air. All of our photographers have this at Momentum 360. And again, we have 50 plus locations around the world. So the same person who's in Bangkok is going to have the same drone in Italy, same drone in New York City. So again, it's just making that consistent pattern for your clients. So it's like the McDonald's model, right? Doesn't matter where you are, it's going to be the same thing every single time. Okay. So that's that. And the next thing, guys, I wanted to talk about is business expenses. And this is on the client side of things, especially during COVID. You have to think, how much can we even afford to spend on this? You know what I mean? Because I don't know if you guys have done this before, but if you're on Amazon and, you have like a little Pollyanna where it's like, oh, $30 limit, right? You need to stay within that limit and also get the highest quality gift. So with that being said, you need to talk to your marketing, you need to talk to accounting and say, okay, what's the max number and mid number we can kind of bid on? We can get like a nice, kind of even keel price for what we're looking for. I think talking with your client beforehand on that and really just being transparent, saying, hey, and taking the approach I took, right? Get the highest quality for the most reasonable amount of money in terms of a quote, and just blow it out of the water. If this is the first project, absolutely blow it out of the water. And here's the secret sauce that I use. Don't put an emphasis on you just getting paid on the first project. Put the emphasis on doing the best work possible for your client. So not only are they going to refer you, but they're going to use this content. They're going to use it to the max. They're going to sing your praises. And that's my biggest thing is I'm not necessarily worried about how much I'm getting paid. I'm more so worried about the production and the quality side of things, because if the client loves it, he's going to show it off to their friends. They're going to show it off to their family and a boatload of other people they know who own businesses, maybe even bigger businesses. So you got to keep that in mind, right? So the next thing, guys, is the number of photos and video. So I want to go back real quick to the Paul VI model. This whole project was about $5,000. Okay, $5,000. There were 6, 9, 12 virtual tours we did and a drone video. So for the virtual tours, about $2,500. For the drone, about $2,500. Okay, just give you guys a ballpark on that. And then you have to think, okay, what are you doing? Because if you are just shooting drone, if we're just talking about drone, which is what this video is about, right? Video obviously is more expensive. Video is more expensive. So if you're charging $175 just for normal photos, I would say you should be charging at least $200 for drone photos. Okay, you see the difference? So just ground photos, drone photos, I charge a little bit more. And you got to think too, it's highly, not saying it's risky, but it is, you're flying a drone and you have your camera attached to it. So it is a little more risky, but it's definitely going to weigh, there's a more of a benefit than the risk. Okay. So that being said, and then for the video side of things, I normally just, like I said, $250 an hour. That's what Momentum does. But we use it really depends. It really depends on the client. I can't give us average price. The average price I give for $250 is really from what I've seen in the industry, not so much clients that Momentum has had. Does that make sense? So that being said, guys, that is pretty much how much we charge. Oh, and the last thing I wanted to touch on is the expertise. So the expertise, like I was talking earlier in the video, is if you're just starting off and you're getting a drone, might not be the best drone, you're kind of a beginner, semi-amateur, right? Now, on my side of things, I want to get the best professionals with the highest quality production. So I want to be known as a professional. Okay, I don't want to be known as, we're just being a beginner and then we're going to be, no. I want to be a professional through and throughout. Just, if we're starting day one, I know you need to work up to that point, but normally what I like to do is once, before we launch the company, I had all of my photographers really just, send me their work and I'm like, okay, we're going to handpick the best of the best. And that's what we did. And then when we launched the company, we already have all these professional photographers. So it's not like we need to build up to that. We have the photographers first, and then we go out and get all the deals. That's kind of like my whole business philosophy is you want to lay the framework first. There's a great saying, if you build it, they will come. And that's so true in business. If you build it, put the landscape down in the system, and you're going to start getting clients. All right. So guys, with that said, these are the 5 sections I want you to review. Please, please, please read this incredible blog done by Amy Hackett. Just a tremendous job all across the board. She touches on just the bigger and more important intangibles that I didn't talk about in this video. So stop what you're doing, leave a like and subscribe, and then go check out the blog. And for that, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. We will see you soon. Bye.